up to speed, up to speed, up to speed.
Live from the apocalypse, we have made Portland to Portland contact. This is State of the Game. And I am the Kevin Duckworth of this podcast. You might look at me and go, how old is that guy? Is he still effective? Meanwhile, 15 and 10 every night. You know what I mean? So that's the deal. I am joined, as you know, every week with the bouncy bonzy Wells of State of the Game.
I'll take it.
Hey, Diggy, thank you for being here. Yeah, we are doing it, and I am excited because we have, obvious. I'll be put my cards on the table. One of the MVP candidates for 2023, the producer who has stamped 2023 with his name, has merch. Buy the merch. Big flowers, executed merch. Televangel is here with us again. We talked about Incorruptible Saints before. This time, we are talking about my favorite of the Televangel relationships. This is a relationship that I discovered on the second best vacation I've ever been on. I was in Belize by the beach, and my family was swimming and all that. And I was like, I'm going to kick it out here and drink and listen to Neutral Milk Hotel. And I just did that a lot. It was fantastic. So I just fell head over heels for that album. And I couldn't wait for the follow-up. And the follow-up is here. The Fish That Saved Portland. We have Milc and Televangel. Thank you for both being here.
What's happening?
Thanks for the introduction. I'm going to take it. I'm going to roll with it.
Roll with it.
Thanks for having us.
No, it's great. And yeah, you guys have a different relationship. But it's so good. One of the things I told you I was at my son's soccer game talking to Sleep Sinatra. One of the things I was talking about is how good Milc and Sinatra sound together. And I don't think on paper you would put it together like that.
Totally.
Sleep is very cerebral and very philosophical. And Milc you're very loose and conversational. But it works together so brilliantly. Televangel, why do you think that works?
I think off top mostly because they're kind of like hip hop. This sounds kind of corny, but they're sort of hip hop purists in a certain sense, as far as just like foundational rapping. And you can just tell both of them really love to rap. And like they have more of a, like, obviously Milc's from the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep is from the Midwest, but they have more of an East Coast sensibility, really. I mean,
yep.
So I think those are like the common denominators, probably.
Yeah. And the contrast works.
Why do you think they work? I don't know. They sound.
Milc, what do you attune that to? Like, you guys have done a few songs together at this point.
I don't really know. I never really thought about it. Probably I don't know, like when I talk to him, I think we're the exact same age. And I think we have from what I understand, we kind of have similar pasts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, there's more than one way to skin a cat, but I think we both get to the end product. We just go our way about it, where, and I think like what Televangel said, like, it's like, I can tell he really cares about, like, he's not just rapping to be rapping, like he's actually trying to convey something to you. and like that's important to me. Like I gotta feel like I know what you're talking about and what you're saying, kind of what you're trying to paint. But yeah, we go about it a little differently.
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I guess my hypothesis, Televangel, would be that you guys highlight things in each other that you're good at, but are not known primarily for,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Like Sleep can get a lot sillier when he's with Milk, and it's okay. You know, he can loosen up a little bit and stretch out. You know, and
Yeah.
and Milk doesn't fuck around. Like Milk has shit to say, and so you can get serious and pivot into some hard shots, and it makes sense because Sleep is there. So I think you guys bring those other sides of each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, I get that. It's funny too because he texted me about us doing an EP the other day.
I would love that. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I
You
would.
guys both.
Everybody texts everybody how they're gonna do an EP. So
What's that?
who knows if it's gonna happen?
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
You guys gave each other really strong guess versus though on each respective project.
Oh yeah.
Your guess is crazy on Incorruptible Saints and
Oh
Sleep.
yeah, I forgot I was on. Yeah, with Olo.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tracks, honestly.
Oh yeah. No,
Olo is hard. Fuck, we didn't have Olo on the album.
Yeah,
How the
next
fuck
time.
did we miss that?
he kicks
I
that
know.
off. He goes nuts on that. That's a great song. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's you guys have definitely done that. Kay, how was your Milk experience?
It was interesting. It was I mean I would say the blend of the two of the production when I listened to the latest album, it's the blend of the production and the rapping is kind of like it takes a little while to get like wrap your head around. I guess is the best way to put it.
It doesn't sound like anything else. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sense.
it's
The-
unique.
Yeah, unique. What I was thinking about today, I was trying to come up with a point of comparison. Obviously, this is loose. I'm not saying you guys are like this, but I was thinking of the relationship that like Alchemist and Bronson have.
Hmm. I'll take it.
In what way?
Like
Bronson,
so, when
too much,
Bronson
but
broke,
I know what you're saying.
he was doing very fun, loose kind of blue chips. Like they would pull YouTube clips, make him into a beat. He would spit crazy bars and mess up halfway through, laugh at himself. It was very loose, very improvisational, and so that flew in the face of a lot of what was going on. When he got with Alchemist, Alchemist was like, keep that vibe, keep that energy, but I'm going to give you the grandest kind of dopest beat possible. That'll be like a legit, you know, put on your suit and go to the party beat. But you're still the hooligan you are.
Yeah.
And so that mixture was real dope. And so that like Rare Chandeliers project they did together is still a lot
that
of
was
people I know's
fire.
favorite, you know.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I forgot about that. That project is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Like a lot of my, if you go like back in my whatever discography or whatever, I'm really just trying to prove that I can rap
Mhm.
good. I'm really not doing like I'm not really interested in song structure like a lot of like earlier in my shit. And I think when I got with Televangel, he makes it an actual body of work instead of me just spitting bars. It's like another adds in a whole another element, makes it more into like a song or an actual joint. Other than me, most of the time I'm just trying to talk my shit. So it's like he builds something else around that to make it, to fill it out. Pause.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, I mean, like on the first one, I kind of like, I don't want to say let you, but like we're just doing rap songs and like we're like we really didn't have that many choruses on the first one, right? But
Yep.
there's definitely a conscious decision on this one. I was like, okay, let's actually like try to focus a little more on the hooks. because like I know you can do hooks, but you just sometimes can't be bothered.
Right.
But 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 yeah, no, there's a conscious decision. Like let's try to elevate it a little bit. Also, just like the first album of any multi-series projects I work with someone, the first album is always kind of like the trial balloon where I'm like getting to know the artist and trying to figure out how they fit in and what their sort of sound is. Um, so like I don't know. I felt like the first one was almost like too normal and like I want this second one to be like just bigger, more grandiose and like just go a little bit outside the box.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So that like because that was one of the things I was going to ask is like, man, 16 tracks. In an age where like people are giving kind of 8, 9 tracks, 7 tracks, and we're done. Giving them 16 over 40 minutes is you really wanted to make a statement.
That was by accident. I was just recording. We recorded it kind of loosely over like 5 months, probably, or something like that, 4 months.
Mhm.
And then it just came to be that like we weren't like, let's do 16 joints on this one. We just ended up using everything we used pretty much. I think he lost a couple of my joints somehow, but or maybe yeah, like and that wasn't a conscious thing, like we're about to do 16 tracks or
Yeah,
anything.
you were worried like that was too many songs, but I was saying, yes, that is a lot. Normally, I would go at like 12 max, but it's really about project length at the end of the day. Like we kept it at 42 minutes. So like it's the same, I think it's the same length as the first album. So I mean, I feel like when you listen to it, it doesn't feel long
Right.
because it's like there's plenty of shorter songs. Yeah, I don't feel like it drags in my opinion, but
That's one of the things, Kay, my relationship to the music these two make. I never play a song. I just play the project
Mhm.
front
That's
to
good.
back. And like it's I listen to it a lot because you can listen at different levels of engagement to Milk at Televangel. If you want to really listen, you can be like, damn, you know, he said he was Yakubian. Like you can really like dig in and be like, wow, okay. But you can or like, oh, that beat switch or like all the stuff happening in the background uh
Yeah.
is so cool. Um yeah.
So I want to ask, so I know that you mentioned that you use like the first project as a trial. So what would you say that you learned from the first project that you used and you wanted to expand and explore on the second project?
yeah, that's a good question. Well, so first off, when we did the first project, we really didn't know each other that well. So like I'd listened to some of his older music, and so I was trying to like figure out, okay, like you're a pretty in the box rapper. Like I can't get too like I'm not gonna get too weird on anything. But then like getting to know him and like now we're like good friends. It's just easier to be able to expand on that and like be comfortable with like going a little outside the box um and I just learned that like, oh, actually like Milk is very his tastes are very diverse. Like as much as he's a rapper's rapper, he's not someone who's gonna like shy away from rapping on something that's kind of weird. He also just like has an appreciation for other artists that are like doing their own thing that aren't they don't sound anything like him. Like if you look at the guests that we got, a few of them are like nothing like his style really, but there's an
Yep.
appreciation there for just other people that have their own lane and own style. Um, so yeah, I just felt more comfortable making this album, like, and more confident in what we could do.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's I think it's an expansion of the abilities you both have. Um and I know some people have like I've heard MSG as an early favorite that people really enjoy. Um my favorite song on this album, Kay, is Baby Bash.
Mm,
I think,
that's
and to forgive me, Milk, I overthink everything. So I'm gonna start reading. One of the things that's Milk is so so naturally conversational that he's just telling a story, and he's just talking about life. And then at near the end of the verse, he's like, "Oh, my dealer looks like Baby Bash," and then he starts singing the "Sugar Sugar Baby Bash" as the hook.
yeah.
It's just like the hook just kind of pops out of the verse's conversation, so it just feels like a part of the discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How that's how like it. You make it sound easy, I guess.
Yeah, thank you. That's my favorite song on the album is Baby Bash. Uh I think what cracks me up is like about that song and certain joints I do, people don't really know when I'm being like hyperbolic or like dead ass telling the truth. And and that's one of those ones where like that whole first verse, like I'm dead ass telling the truth. Like everything is like so it's just like nah, I fuck with Baby Bash. That's like that and I mean I got a few favorites, but yeah, hell Baby Bash is definitely up there. I'm trying to shoot a video, do it.
Yeah,
Also, you did that, it was pretty funny because he did that like, I didn't have any warrant about that chorus because you went into that right after the verse without,
Yeah, I
like,
just did it all in one take. Yeah,
without
yeah.
cutting you, so I was like, I had no idea, and then it was like and I'm not listening to it while he's recording, so when I listened, I was like, "Oh, damn, like, you're actually, like, kinda singing on it, like, and it's on t it's, like, on key and everything."
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. But part of this might be that I am a little bit of a Baby Bash nerd. Like I was a huge
Fuck with Baby Bash.
I was a huge fan when he was called Baby Beesh and when he was in
Yeah, you said
Latino
that today
Velvet.
on Twitter, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had no idea he was Baby Beesh.
He was Baby Beesh and he was in Latino Velvet. Yeah, and he was
I
on
didn't know that.
House Records for a little while in Texas. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with Baby Bash.
No, it was dope. It
They
was,
caught him and Paul Wall with pounds of meth on the border, and they beat the case.
and he's selling like hemp related
He a
merch.
legend.
You can get Baby Bash like pot merch.
And that joint the sugar, what's it called? Sugar, how you get so whatever it's called.
Yep.
That was like a middle school dance, bro. I had all the Latinas on me when that song came on in middle
That's
school.
awesome. That's awesome.
That was a Latin X. That in the one what's the one joint about her boyfriend got smoked. God sent me an angel from the heavens. Well, anyway,
Awesome.
there's
That's awesome. No, but it was
that's one of those joints. Yeah, what was the show when fools would call in from the pit and be like, or they would call it and be like, "This goes out to my homeboy Stinky's doing 5." You know, they would play all the.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro, that
That's
show was
awesome.
fire.
That's awesome. No, it makes sense. I mean, and well, the other chorus that I really love is Aqua Eights.
You
Aqua
gotta
Eights.
remind me which one's
Amazing.
that. Oh yeah.
It
That
was
was
originally
fire.
called "You Can't See" because you yeah.
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 He recorded that went through, like, 5 different beat changes. I was net like that was, like, the last one, and yeah,
That's fire.
yeah. I like how
Yeah.
that turned out, though.
No, it's and Televangel's production style, Kay, to me, and I don't know how connected you were to this era, but there's still a lot of cloud rap DNA in your production, I think, Televangel. The problem with cloud rap, and I loved it. I was waving the flag, is it was a little bit of a groundless experience. You were floating a little bit. And you've got killer percussion in your beats that grounds you, but you've also got all the cool shit going on. Does I know nothing about music. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you can still hear that sort of influence. I mean,
Yeah, that's fire.
I don't like. Obviously, I don't think of it as a cloud rap record at all. But like, that's
No,
cool.
no.
That's
Yeah, but it's
I've heard a couple people say it's atmospheric, and like, I feel like I mean, that's like on the low end of atmosphere for what I've been doing. But that's cool that I can't really escape it. I don't. That's cool with me.
like if, in a poetic sense, like the best cloud rap beats to me were like staring out the stars and forgetting the time, like just getting lost in them. You felt like you could just stare into those beats forever.
Yeah.
And you still have that where I can still stare into these beats and be like, damn. But it also knocks, you know.
Nice.
And so I love that. I just think that does that make sense, Kay? For
Yeah,
you?
I mean, if it makes sense to you, yeah. No, no, I mean, I know, I mean, I see, I know you, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I didn't mean like that.
Did you
But yeah,
did you hear the progression from the hooks? Did the hooks make a difference from the first to the second album?
it did. Like, I'm interested in this cloud rap because I've never heard of that term, but I'm gonna have to look it up.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's fascinating. That's like the first time I've heard of it. But
Yep.
I think, yeah, I mean, you definitely can see that there was more of an emphasis, like you said, there was more of an emphasis placed on it, for the fish that saved Portland, on hooks, I should say.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted this. Yeah, I wanted just. It's in the title. Yeah, it's a more important project, I think.
Yeah, we went through a lot. Our behind the music for this project would be crazy.
Mm.
That's
The
awesome.
police,
Like a lot in what way?
You went
police,
through a
the
lot, but probably
police showed up to Ian's door looking for me.
that's true. Yeah,
Yep.
that's never happened before.
By the way, Kay, the album everybody says to check out if you want to understand cloud rap is 808s and Dark Grapes by Main Attractions.
Okay.
Shout out Spotted B and Milc got a track on this EP that's coming out.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
that's my
No,
guy.
that's awesome. So yeah, you gotta check that out. You'll hear what I'm talking about. Man, so many great we got to talk about the guests because the world of Milc and Televangel is so different and so fun. You can throw fun people in it and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I loved. I wanted to give a shout out to Old Grape God, who is
Yeah,
just
man.
fabulous on that. Oh my god.
The Tron.
Yeah, it's the
Oh.
homie.
Just that verse is like everything that you have to love about Oh Grape God, with like your fans look like Dilbert.
Yeah. Gilbert Godfrey's choking on a peanut butter pretzel. That's pretty good.
Well, like, what an incredible image.
Yeah.
Just throw out there.
R.I.P. to Gilbert Godfrey.
Yes, a legend. And yeah, just like he's a shit talking MVP. He's a great shit talker. And so I'd loved having him. The other one was Nacho just destroys mankind.
Nacho. And he was the only well, I guess Grape God recorded it at the crib, but Nacho actually recorded it at the crib at Ian's or at Televangel's.
What did he spit on in that verse? Did he spit on somebody's work shirt or something?
Your mom's work stockings.
Better work stockings.
Oh,
we did a weird show, and then the next day, right before I went on the run, he recorded that verse, and then left, and then gave me an Ian a half pound, and we both don't even smoke like that.
Yeah, it's just in my fridge, so if anyone wants it, just come
Yeah,
by.
Ian's got like a QP in his fridge, just.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
No, Nacho was crazy. Nacho's a lot of time when you meet rappers, because I was a big fan of Nacho when I was like way younger, like 12, whenever their first project came out. I don't remember what year.
11, yeah.
2011. So that's I was like just 20 at the time, and Yeah, I was just a big fan of Nacho, but meeting him, it's like, oh, he's actually like how he be. You know what I mean? Like he didn't let me down.
Mm.
Like he is who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And a little show and like a little record store. It was fun.
It's weird because I'm just getting into Nacho now. Like,
oh,
uh,
Oh
nice.
man, you gotta listen to Exalted. That's his best shit to me.
okay,
And Black Narcissist.
yep, I will check it out because
And
during
obviously all the Blue Sky Black Death shit.
now having covered the blog era, like I was definitely I've listened to a bunch of Nacho Picasso. I guess I was a little confused by it when I first heard it because it was like being touted by very fancy people, but I was like,
Yeah.
this is a very gross person. He's got a gross brain. What is? How are you, the fancy ascot person, listening to this? I don't understand this.
I think Nacho fucked a lot of people up because they probably like wanted to be on like some like Wiz Khalifa fuck shit or something like
Right,
that.
right.
But he definitely isn't. And another thing, he's like a deceptively hella good rapper. Like he has like bars and says funny shit. But I don't. People just kind of look at his exterior too much and don't give the music the chance that it deserves. But yeah, Nacho's crazy, bro. He's very dope. Very
Yeah,
excited to be able to work with somebody that like I listen to. You know what I mean? Like actually bumped because
Yeah.
he's from up top. He's just from Seattle, so it's big to have a. It was cool for me at that age to have an artist I liked that was actually somewhat in my fucking vicinity of life. You know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
yeah. When we first put out that music with him back in the day, it was very funny response from like our fans because we were known for totally different music, and everyone was like immediately comparing him to Lil B and like that he was just a swag rapper.
Oh,
Um,
that's such a terrible term. I forgot about that
yeah,
term.
I'm glad that's not a
First of
term.
all, bitch, every rapper should have swag or don't rap, bitch. First of all, second of all, what is a swag? That's just what kind of horrifying term is that?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it,
in retrospect, it feels like the people who were mad at
Well,
swag.
it's quasi racist, is what it is. It's like quasi racist as.
That's fair too. To me, I would say it swag rap feels like a great term to invent if you're swagless.
That's what I'm saying, bitch. Just because you never knocked no hoes or never got it really lit where you was at, don't try to like, yeah, every rapper should have swag or don't rap. Like, just don't rap. You shouldn't rap, probably.
You know how tight the backpacks were for people who were talking about swag rap. They had
Yeah,
tight backpacks.
that's true. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but but also like all those people eventually kind of came around. Like a lot of them did. So
Yeah.
Yeah, dope.
they, I mean, we put out the first video we put out was like about like he was just rapping about tattoos, and so he's like, yeah, his shirt was off, like it probably pegged him the wrong way, but like, yeah, no, he's a very specific rapper that really not he doesn't really sound like anyone else. But if you know his influences, who's like his favorite rappers are Mac Dre and Cameron, then kind of makes sense.
Brother Lynch Hung.
Yep. Brother
He
Lynch
likes
makes
Brother Lynch. I
sense.
don't know if that's an influence, but
No, yeah, and I've gotten more in tune with Nacho because as I've done this, I've learned to like disconnect from perception and just like listen for the skills and listen for what is good here and scout, and so I can
Yeah.
hear things better now. Yeah, but Nacho is on fire on this. Kay, did you have any guest verses that you enjoyed?
Oh, I mean, old grape, obviously. And then I really thought the back. Sorry, let me get the listing up. The back half was really strong
Oh yeah,
with Fat Boy Sharif and then AJ Suede and Sleep Sinatra. Like, yeah, everything pretty much from Capadonna to Glory, I really enjoyed.
Nice.
so that's like the run. That's the run for you.
Yeah, I mean the back half in general, but the run for me is Capadonna to original Pirate material.
Nice.
So I guess those guest features, like, so explain your like guest feature process. Like, how did you know who to put on to each track? Like, how did that work? How did the people end up where they ended up?
Well, Televangel switches out a ton of beats, so. But like on certain shit, like I couldn't really see nobody else rhyming on this shit with me and Sharif. I don't think another rapper
Fair.
would fit on that shit other than Sharif to me. Um, Original pirate material, that was just like I feel like I always like me and AJ joke and call it the Televangel universe, the Blue Sky Black Death universe. And it's like I always try to get one with I always want one with AJ and now probably sleep just because it's all part of the little we like the Avengers and shit like that.
Yep.
And then like who else? Nacho, because the Nacho beat was definitely tailored to Nacho. I felt like I rhymed like Nacho on that beat. And so we definitely wanted Nacho because we knew he was going to be in town. And who am I missing? Grape Guy.
Oh, great.
And Grape Guy's just we rhymed on a different beat that he actually gave to Nacho, which is funny. But I just knew I wanted Grape Guy on it just because Televangel and Grape Guy got some shit in the works. And
Love it.
He's in the
Grape Guy's from the city. He's from Portland. He's my bro. Like we did a play together at the beginning of 2023, at the beginning of this year.
It's like Hamilton.
That was not like Hamilton.
Very much like Hamilton, yeah.
We did get paid to act, which cracks me up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It all was pretty organic, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, most of them were like, kept in the family in house or like, in the universe, like you're saying, like
Yeah.
it's like we're doing like work exchanges, right? Like because everyone's on each other's album, we're all working together. Sharif was the only guy that we're like, yo, let's hit up Sharif because I think he'd be really cool on this. And like,
Yeah.
That beat's like a fucking fever dream.
Crazy.
Yeah,
the anxiety.
You were rapping on. I gave you a few like Glory and what's the Sharif song called?
Hospice.
Hospice. Yeah, both of those. Well, I'll give it away, but these were sampled from the same song, so I use the same sample source on these songs. But so they're both kind of like have this weird like woozy sort of psychedelic vibe, and I don't even think neither of them had drums on them. Well, just like Hospice, like you're rapping on Hospice, no drums on them. So I just gave you loops to rap on.
Yeah.
And so oh yeah, I could just Fat Boy Sharif that was like it sounded obvious, like an obvious choice.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, it
and YL. We forgot YL.
Yeah, YL came with some crazy references.
YL.
Man.
My bro Noah, who does a lot of music video shooting, got YL on a joint for us.
What did YL start? He was making.
And I rocked the leather like Danny in Grease.
Yes, yes. That was what I was like. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I fuck with YL. I listen to his shit too. I fuck with YL.
Yeah, we do a lot of YL impressions over here.
I got to interview YL years ago when he was killing shit, and he was maybe the calmest person I've ever talked to in this whole situation. Like
that tracks. I can see that.
He was just so chill. I was like, man, this is a more mature person than me. Like
that's not very New York, but that actually goes with his how he raps.
Yes.
He's like, I really like his music though. I definitely was like AJ put me onto YL, and so I was listening to like all of his projects, and I like all his shit. So
yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, is it okay? I think if affiliates of Televangel, you just kind of start calling them televangelists.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm signed to Televangel. I signed a 360 deal with him.
Milc's girlfriend's parents. Well, actually, maybe your girl's sister came up with what the Dairy Farm or the Milc Duds as your fan base. What
Milc Duds. No, the Milc Duds I came up with.
Okay. But I think they came up with the dairy farm.
Maybe I don't know what my
Farm
girl says. See, this is how well we know each other. We know our girls. Me and his girl hang out together.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
not only did the police show up looking for me at his house, our girls hang out. We signed together for life.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That makes sense.
Yeah, we're
I
blood
like
brothers. We sliced our wrists. He got my Hep C.
Just
blood
because you're
into a cup, into a cauldron there or whatever. And then
Yeah, bruh.
goblet,
It's
a
fucked
goblet,
up.
goblet. Oh man, yeah, somebody's got to do a song called "The Goblet." But yeah, I think my run K on this, my favorite like 3-song run, would be Mankind, Baby Bash, Fried Bologna.
Mhm.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
Yeah,
Fried
Red
Bologna
is good.
might be my favorite rapping. Like you are rapping on that one.
Yeah.
yeah.
I really don't like that joint.
You don't like it?
It's my least favorite, probably.
That's funny.
Just because I hate it. It's just like I'm kind of done doing just like long verses of songs. Like I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was definitely I fuck with the bars on it still. Like I still, and obviously the beat's fire. So yeah,
So
Why
someone
don't you want to do long verses anymore?
just long verses as song. Like I'll still do a long verse, but then I want to, at least have like something else going on with it, or I don't want to just do one long verse and then call it a day because I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, you're a songwriter now.
Yeah, I'm John Lennon.
Yeah.
No, I mean Televangel. We talked about this last time, right? Where like the first stage is I'm proving to you I can rap, right?
Yeah.
You rap your face off everywhere you go till you get a reputation. But then you're like, all right, so what's the next step? And you have to try and like put songs together,
Ian's friend said I was a swag rapper, but then now they said there's something not playing. He called me a punchline rapper, but then he was like, "No, there's more now." Once he heard the fish.
Oh, I'll tell you. Yeah, it was Max from Child Actor. He texted me when it came out. And was like, "Oh, this is like maybe my favorite beats from you." And yeah, he was like, at first I thought Milk was just like it had a really good bars, but this sounds a little deeper here.
Yeah.
And it's also cool because everyone I've like everyone has different favorite runs or different favorite songs, so that's always a good sign. That's always what I'm striving for. There's not like the one. Like
Right.
I don't really want the one. I don't make hits.
Well, and I think the strength
Plus size model is a hit.
Plus size model's dope. I love that song.
Man, that's for my BBWs.
The benefit, Kay, I think of like the Fish to Save Portland is there's just a lot of heavy shit that's out in the market. There's a lot of like, this one's about the death of my grandmother and my you know what I mean? And it's like there's a lot of sad shit that's out there. They're great albums, but you have to like, take your medication first and to listen to. And Fish to Save Portland is, rapid. Yeah, it's just like, I'm here, let's go. And so it fits a lot of moods, it fits a lot of seasons. It's not pegged down into one box, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, 16 joints, you gotta have a little diversity if you're gonna have that many tracks. But yeah, I just think with me, like with rap and kind of with like most content that I like it has everything. It doesn't just hit one note, Like I like some shit that's funny and has some moments that are like fucked up in it, but then gets back to being funny. Cause to me that just is more how life is. It's not really just like all serious all the time. And if it is, you should blow your brains out because we gotta try to have a little something out here for ourselves, little slice. I'm a man of the little things, man. I like the small things in life, the small pleasures. So
there was one bar on there that to me was like the most Milk bar I'd ever heard. uh, I should have written it all down, but I'm crazy. But it was basically you walk outside and there's like the scent of burning flesh and everything's messed up. And then you're like, boy, is it sad when this goofy rap shit is your best option.
Yeah, that's
on,
on
uh,
the
it's
one with
on
Jesse and
Death
Zilla.
Zilla, yeah.
What is that off of? That's on Neutral Milk
That's
Motel.
Neutral Milk. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
listened
yeah,
to that song.
yeah,
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
that to me was like, that's kind of the spirit of Milk of like, there's a lot of terrifying shit out in the world. And the bummer is that actually this is the best option.
yeah. That's facts. Yeah,
Turbulence.
yeah, Turbulence. Yeah.
Turbulence. Oh man. Great beat. Love that beat.
Yeah, Milk is a very reluctant person in general. So that I feel like just like, oh, I gotta be a rap. Like you're like a reluctant rapper, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I like to rap. I mean, it's
You
not
like to rap, but you don't like the role. Like I feel like you don't like the role of being a rapper because you don't like to
because
do
so
videos.
many of I got so many problems with so many, not actual problems, but I have they just shit don't add up, or they're just weird, or they're just stuff like
But
that.
you also don't like doing all the rapper stuff that you need to do. Like you don't like doing
No,
videos. You don't.
I don't like videos. I don't really like taking pictures or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm older than I look. I'm from the era where you don't really want to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
The same with me.
I mean, it's
Especially if you was into what I mean, like it's not really like conducive for you to have your face in a bunch of shit and have everybody. But being a rapper, you got to do that shit. You got to do your content, bruh. Y'all hear content was king?
You gotta kiss
content is
baby.
great. But in that may be like the most satisfying part of like Milk being the anti-white rappers, rapper. It's like because a lot of white rapper stuff was the opposite of what you described. It was very presentation first, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's a good point.
Roth loves college,
Yeah. I mean, the white rapper, you was talking about that in the email. Yeah, I mean, white rapper, that's tough, man. Being a white rapper, like I'm gonna hate you, like for real,
Yeah, I'm with you.
white on white crime is real. Like I want to beat the fuck out of most white rappers I've ever heard, like majority.
Fair. I think that's
And
fair.
like even fools that like people like now, like RIP, I'm not gonna talk shit on the dead, but like Mac Miller and shit like that, like shout out to him, but like never thought he was nice. Like I never thought he was even like halfway decent rapper. Like I got and like just in general, like and this sounds crazy because I'm a white rapper, but it's just how I feel. You gotta really earn it. Like you gotta really prove that like you care and you're not finna like go make a punk rock album if you get a little you gotta like and you gotta be like I don't know, bro. Like, cause the thing about me is like my city knows me. Like I didn't pop up on the internet. Like my entire city, my section, my neighborhood. A lot of people that don't look like me are gonna vouch for me. So I just think like you gotta be like I feel like that's how you gotta play it. And I think I'm the only white rapper Ian has produced for besides maybe like some older cats.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It's
Well, no,
coming.
I definitely have my my prejudice gone when I watched him open for or before. Like I checked your music. I looked you up because I want to see who was opening. I've seen you twice. It was like the first show was yeah, you opened for Cadence Webb and Fat Tony, and then I saw you and I was like, okay, like, am I gonna like, this looks tough. I don't know if I'm gonna like this dude.
Fair.
But credit to my wife because she like we went to the show together and she's like he's actually pretty good and he's like funny and like she'll hate on every white rapper too. So I was
Well,
like,
also I'd be doing my fake stand up bits.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Very
trying to be Patrice O'Neal up there half the time. So, like, you know, people don't even like the raps. They just want to hear me talk shit, really. So,
well.
I
It
think
works
the
for you.
funniest banter on stage I ever heard was Devin the Dude.
oh fuck, I'm not gonna be better than Devin the Dude,
Devin
but
the
I'm
Dude was
kinda,
fucking hilarious.
Devin the Dude is kind of the goat, huh? He like
Yeah.
It
is
really is.
he's like really one of the goats. Like every time I think about it, I'm like,
Like he was
fuck.
like sing rapping before Drake was doing any of that
Oh, he
shit.
was doing everything.
Produced
He
his
whipped
own
his he whipped
shit.
his
Yeah.
he whipped his dick out on stage in the Roseland. He was
Bang.
doing the Danny Brown way before the Danny Brown shit, before virality.
Yep.
Damn.
He was in
Yeah,
there.
no, I love Devin, but
Boo boo.
But yeah, like what were we talking about? White rappers? Fuck white rappers.
Yeah, man. No, it was. Yeah, it's just It became a genre of music that was very bad.
Well, like in the early 2010s, there was
Yes. Yes.
the what they frat rap,
Oh my gosh! And
and
I was telling Kay about
that
this.
was rough.
I was telling Kay about this when I.
Seattle still be doing frat rap.
Oh
it's
no!
true. It's true. It's true.
That's brutal.
Seattle still got frat rappers.
I believe it. I believe it. I was telling Kay when I first started Free Music Empire and I was doing mixtape reviews, I would get all these submissions and I'd be like, fuck, this is another white kid in his NYU dorm room. Fucking hate this. You know? Like, get this out of here. Why would you think that I like this? I was like offended. And then, like, you know, over time, I started getting harder shit. I'm like, yeah, okay, now you know me. All right, this is good. This is
What is it? What is it about the idea or concept of white rapper that bothers you guys?
it's a good
Because
question.
it's interesting. Because like I was thinking about like when you add an adjective in front of like a noun, it like modifies the noun. Like, how does being white affect being a rapper? Impact.
Well, rap is like, it's like, it's definitely not the white man's sport.
Mm.
It's definitely not. So also I think like in mainstream music, white rappers always get this crazy push ahead, push to the front of the line. I even low key see it. I've had people that have had no business talking to me based on what I've done out here and like my metrics, that I've even jumped the line in some cases as far as like industry people being interested in what I got going on. And I make the most drug dealing, weird referencing, dumbass rap there is out there. So like I think like white rappers always get this push ahead and they don't really they don't really take the time to develop the skill or develop taking a big part of their local scene or just haven't really maybe paid the dues. Also, it's just like you a goofy ass white boy rapping. Like who told you should rap? Like
Yeah.
like I'm from in Portland. Like I was rapping when nobody was white was rapping. Like I was like 12 years old. Like, but so it's just like who told you that you should rap like that? Like it's a crate. Like you know what I mean? You kind of got to get picked for that. Like that's what I used to miss. Like you had to really be somebody out here to rap. Like you know whether.
Well, and so Kay, I would say I don't hate white people that rap. Right? There's lots of white people that rap that I love. That white rappers is a specific music genre. It's a specific economic delineator within the industry, right? Like it became a system that plucked white people and put them in those positions, right? Like Milk was talking about. There was like a competition. I don't know if you heard this story, right? Like they were looking for a white rapper to push. And it was like Bubba Sparks or Jojo Pellegrino. And Bubba Sparks got the push. Jojo Pellegrino's a better rapper. Bubba Sparks is country. Put him in the overalls. It's great, you know. So
That's the Bubba.
yes, you can. I'm not mad at him as a rapper or whatever, but that's what it was. He was selected. He was handpicked to be put in that position. And like white rappers don't have to go through the same, 10 years in the battle scene, 10 years in the open mic scene. They can kind of put out a mixtape with duck lips and be big a year later. You know, and that's the kind of music that if you're a serious hip hop fan, you always hated that shit. Like,
I'm most offended by Jack Harlow.
I think I understand that. Yes.
Like, I want to fuck him up. Like, if he did a show in Portland, I would want the Goonies to go try to take his chain. Because I can't stand Jack Harlow.
I couldn't stand him just based off the fact that his name sounds like a Nordstrom Rack in-house brand name.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he's not tight. Like, bro, go do something tight. You got so much money and advantage. Like,
I mean, he definitely seems like one of those. Like, I mean, I think industry plant is too much. It's kind of meaningless at this point. But like, how did this guy come up? I mean, maybe someone could speak to that. I have no idea. But like, he definitely seems like someone's
part of the CIA.
He was around.
Well, yeah,
he's been
that's
putting
always
mixtapes since
IOP.
like,
yeah,
he's got a lot of material. It's weird, and I think the meanest shit I ever heard about Jack Harlow was said by Zilla Rocca on Call Out Culture, which I loved it. Makes me laugh every time.
Zilla.
Shout out to Zilla. He was like, I listened to Jack Harlow, and I was like, okay, I guess this is the simple part that's kind of like the hook where you dumb it down for. Nope, whole song's like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's a great description of the Jack Harlow phenomenon. Yeah, but there's a lot of that shit, and it sucks because if you're white and trying not to be affiliated with that shit, you have to put yourself out there, and Milc has done exactly what you should do, which like Def C's done similar. Just be places, right? I'm jumping on every track. I'm jumping on any track with anybody. I'm gonna earn this like anybody else earns this.
Yeah. Shout out to Def C. Go get the Gollum.
I'll go to Brooklyn. Yeah. But I think that's like, yeah.
I would get the book too, but I can't read. But if I could read, I'd get the book.
I'm halfway through the book. It's fabulous. It's a fabulous book.
And free Palestine and all that.
Yeah. No, it's great. But no, but back to the Milc mission statement, the reluctant rapper of Milc, like this album is full of lists of shit that is wrong in rap music and that people do in goofy ways that you do not like.
Damn, I didn't even think about that, but it really is.
It's kind of like it's a Seinfeldian kind of frustration with the rap industry, which makes that bar on Neutral Milk Hotel make a lot of sense. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is he does not like how this world moves. Yeah. So
I try to be more positive in my old age, though. But it's hard. They make it hard. It's a full-time job to not, wild out on Twitter. Excuse me. Shout out to Elon Musk.
Shout out to
other supporters of apartheid like Elon Musk.
Woo! Yeah, man. So I also wanted to congratulate. I think it's awesome that Portland is in the title of this album.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really one of the coolest things about hip hop to me is that it grounds you in different places, right? Straight out of Compton. Now we know about Compton, right? Like people who don't think about Portland and love this album are thinking about it now.
That's fire you said that. One of the first things that's what made me love rap as a little kid. Like it's like it took me to wherever somebody was. Like the best rap, you hear Illmatic, you feel like or Mobb Deep, you feel like you're in Queensbridge. You know what I mean? Like you're like drinking some Hennessy or you hear Warren G or Snoop, or you know what I mean? Like the people that can really like take you to their environment. That's just like a very important thing that I don't think I've quite gotten there yet, but I think I got closer with this album more than any other album.
That's awesome.
Like just getting to sounding like what your city sounds like.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's because you want to give people something that isn't something else.
Yeah,
I wish there was a fancier way to say it. But yeah, no, and that's what Televangel's sound is like, the Northwest, you know?
yeah,
And so
and
that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's a big thing. And also Portland doesn't have like a lot of rap representation. There's a couple people doing their thing, but like especially in the space that I occupy and could hopefully go a little bit higher in, like there's not very many people that like occupy that lane that I'm in. So yeah, I'm gonna make it a point to be more Portland forward.
That's awesome.
You want to be a Portland rapper without being
A local act.
a local
Like,
rapper.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it is my city, man. I never lived anywhere else.
Make people pretend to love Portland like Jay-Z made people pretend to love New York.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna make what was that song he did with Alicia Keys?
Oh yeah. New York.
That shit'll make you really just blow your brains out.
Yep.
That's a good just gun in the mouth. I'm ending it. That's on in the background. Like,
It's like that, I just think of like really drunk women yelling the chorus. Like that's just how that song.
I hated it. I hated his cadence on it. Like he really thought he was like doing something with like how he was like, yeah, you know. Shout out to Dove though. That's one of my favorites of all time. He just kind of became a bitch, but it's all good.
Yeah, the whole reason we did the second album was to raise funds so Milk could get a flight out to have dinner with Jay-Z, though.
Jay-Z, big deal.
Oh,
Big deal.
that was scary, bro. He be picking the super. Bro, Hov picks the Super Bowl. Hov gets to perform at the Super Bowl. He might as well. He probably got codes to the nukes. Like if Hov wants the nuke to go off, he'll let the nuke go off.
Yep, he's got Biden's number. What is? So I was going to ask. I think this is interesting.
Damn, Hov got the nukes.
I was talking about the nukes. Televangel, how do you know a Milc beat? Like, do you hear it and go, "Oh, this is a Milc beat"?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can. I mean, any rapper I work with usually has a different idea of what they want to rap on, but and you know, when I'm listening to beats, I'm like, oh, this is perfect for so and so. And so, yeah, I definitely feel like I have that for Milc. But also, Milc is like the least picky rapper I've ever worked with. Like,
Okay.
I could just be like, yo, just rap on this. It's probably going to turn out different than it is right now. And you would rap on it, right? Like, I don't have to go through hella beats
Right.
for him to get inspired. Like, he'll just show up with a phone full of lyrics and fit lyrics to the song. And like, I don't know what the percentage is on this project, but I mean, a lot of them got switched out with what he originally recorded on.
When people think like that might sound like I'm a team player because I don't give a fuck, it's really just because all I care about is my raps.
Yep.
I'm not very musical. Like I don't really care about music as far as what I'm rhyming over. Like I just need it to be the tempo that I need it to be. But like I'm just really just I look at myself as more of this sounds fucking terrible, but I look at myself more as a writer than like a musician.
I'm
Like
with you. I understand.
so it's like I just don't really give a fuck like what the beat, you know what I mean? Like and especially with you like Televangel, the beats are gonna be dope. So I'm not worried about like what the end product I'm gonna fuck with. So it's just like I just trust him to do that side of things. Like all those beat switches, like and shit, like I didn't hear any of those. Like don't like but they all sound great. So
Yeah.
It's like my ideal situation, honestly. It's like,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rappers who are very like, that's not the beat I rapped to originally.
these motherfuckers want to be like Kendrick Lamar or some weird shit. They try to be like, it's like, bitch, you don't know shit about music. Like, what are you trying to make a hit? Like, bitch, just say your little rap and shut the fuck up. Got free studio time. These are free beats. Shut the fuck up, just rap, and then go leave.
Sure. Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. It makes, I mean, it's a trust, right? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't say, bitch,
trust.
motherfuckers be thinking that, like, bitch, what school of music did you go to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what
Right.
you know, motherfuckers think they, what's the old boy who made Thriller? Not Mike
Yeah,
Jackson.
Quincy Jones, yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers think that, bitch, you not Quincy Jones. You know what the fuck you're talking about? Just go rap your little dumbass 16.
That's awesome. No, it's fair. I mean, I'm a picky eater, but when my wife says, just trust me, I'm gonna make you some shit, I'm like, I believe
Yeah.
it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you
Yeah.
gotta have that trust if you're gonna.
Televangel's a picky eater, too.
No, I'm not.
People hate when you call them picky eaters.
Wait, that's not true though. My wife is. She's.
That's true. It's more Amy.
Wait, why? Oh, just because I don't like oysters?
Yeah, you don't like raw oysters. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's like one thing I don't like sea loogies, but
That
everything else.
shit's like
Jeez. Oh
that
man,
shit's like doing pure Molly.
that's another great song title, "Sea Loogie."
Yeah.
But yeah, the other question, the flip side of that for Milk, how has Televangel production helped you as a rapper?
What? No, none of it. No, I'm just joking. How's television? Well, he just makes my shit better.
Hmm.
Like it's about the end product, really. It's like
Hmm.
like without people not people don't really care about your little bars, really. You gotta have explosions and you know what I mean? Like I'm just the dialogue. I don't got the special effects with me or anything like that. Now let me tell you, I do got Cohen Brothers type dialogue, but you still need shit to play out and everything like that. And like, yeah, like, and he just like, I didn't have nobody giving a fuck about me till television. I might have had the hood like me, my section, Portland liked me, but I didn't have like anybody giving a fuck around the world caring about me till he started fucking with me. So it's like,
Yeah.
so yeah, but like as far as his actual, he don't play a beat, and I'd be like, I became a better rapper. No, that didn't happen. I did this a few times before I met him, but like after it's all said and done, gets to more people. He's crazy. He's like he like adds on to the beat like another rapper. Like the way
Yeah.
he'll do a beat switch or something, that's like another rapper that's really cold getting on your shit. He's like the feature artist, the produce. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how he's helped. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I answered it.
No, I think
I'm 3 White Claws deep, brother. These shits is like 0.02 alcohol percent.
They sneak up on you though,
you
because
sneak up the White Claw.
you think they're light, but you drink like 3 of them, and then
Yeah, I gotta go to my homie's 33rd birthday.
33. So, Kay, do you have any more questions?
oh man,
No? Okay. Let's go into recommendation corner. Recommend some shit for people to listen to. Be
Oh,
dope.
shit.
The sticking with
Off the top
the
of my
people
head.
we loved here. I just wanted to shout out a Cabernet Sayer by Old Grape God, which I
Oh,
love.
fire. Go
Great,
grab that. Please
great,
go buy that.
great
Yeah.
album. I really think that doing that album with Big Flowers really opened up another world for Grape God and how he can move over different beats. And I think it's going to be all uphill for him.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna just name a bunch of Portland shit.
I got one more. I got one.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad.
It's all good. Pat Jr. is the artist, and it's called Grill Talk Mixtape Volume 1. That shit is dope. Um, and it's Brittany Carter on it. Just he kind of takes trap sounding beats and makes a real badass personal album about like not giving up on yourself and shit with those. My whole thing about the trap beats is the limitations, like since you're following the bouncing ball of the rhythm, you can't really ever get too deep with what you're saying. And this is proof that that's not true. So
I just added that.
Pat Jr.'s dope. It's a great mixtape.
Where's he from?
I think it's North Carolina.
Hey, raise up.
Shout out to De Niro Ferrari.
Shout out to Nero Ferrari. Shout out Petey Pablo.
Yep. Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah. So yeah, great stuff. Go with drop the Portland knowledge on us.
All right. Dude. Go listen to all my big bro Teaspoon shit. He's he's like kind of on the Mozzie tip a little bit, or I don't know what he is. I mean, he's the homie. He's got a new album about to drop called Spoon and Friends, and we'll have a bunch of like West Coast artists, Seattle artists, and Portland artists on it. Of course, like you said, Grape God, Cabernet Sarah, but he has 40 projects, so go back and look. He has a group with my cousin called Paint Soup. Him and Slick Devious. Go listen to all the Slick Devious and shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got a video coming out with the homies. I made a album with the homies called The Home Team, and that the first video for it is coming out tomorrow. Yeah, man. Just listen to some Portland rap. A lot of it's bad, but a lot of it's good.
Paint Soup, that album Who is really good. I really do.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Yeah, it's a good one. The other one I was going to recommend is Stoned and Dethroned, Nacho Picasso, Blue Sky Black Death.
That one's a sleeper, but yeah, that one's great.
Money's on that. Great stuff.
Yeah, I like that album. I'm looking at a big ass spider that just crawled down. I just noticed. Sorry, distracted. I've been listening, so I didn't really think of too many recommendations, but rappers I've been enjoying lately.
You've been listening to Slow Dive.
Yeah, but I've been listening to Slow Dive for 20 years, so
that's fair.
Go get Slow Dive. They need it.
The new Count Basie album is fire.
Yeah,
and it made me go back into a lot of his albums that I missed, and I like all his shit. He's amazing. And also Silk Money. I really like Silk Money.
Silk Money's great.
That's all I got really.
The other one is I'm building my 10-year-old son, these kind of 101 playlists for different genres. And he loves punk, so I did punk for him. And it got me back into like Naked Ray Gun, Jettison, and Out Come the Wolves by Rancid, and
oh shit, yeah.
Just listen to some weird old punk shit. I was
Give him the boot. Give him the boot, volume 2.
Man, I'm trying to think of some other shit.
We're doing it.
Oh, listen to.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Fuck. Never mind.
I was gonna say, listen to that new Sufjan Stevens. It's sad but beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta add that.
Yeah,
I heard it sounds like Sufjan Stevens, so I like Sufjan Stevens.
I can't pronounce anything. I
like that. I like the one joint he had on the Bear.
Oh yeah, I mean he makes great sad boy music.
Illinois, I think it's called. That was the album. I forgot what I don't know. I don't remember.
And I always thought he just made sad music because like some people are good at making sad music. Terrible shit is always happening to him apparently. So this is a new set of terrible shit that happened.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Milc put my household onto Luke Bryan. So
oh yeah, go make sure you go listen to Luke Bryan. Oh, I'm on my country shit right now. I don't really listen to rap. I only listen to country.
Yeah.
I built my son a country playlist. I did.
You had some Merle Haggard on that.
I hit him with all the basics and some new stuff. I hit him with some Tyler Childers and some,
Oh, there you go, Tyler. You hear that?
Yeah, Simpson and all that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I was lacing him, old school, new school, the whole deal.
Fire.
Yeah. Trying to keep him balanced. Because he was like, basically all the kids at his school were talking about Morgan Wallen, and he listened to a bunch of Morgan Wallen, and he's like, this guy sucks.
Oh yeah, that dude isn't. That's not good to listen to.
And he was like, country sucks. And I was like, no. Let me Let me get you
Yo.
proper here. Let me get you out of the
I
mold.
just watched High Fidelity, and he said the only two genres that he wouldn't want to do is hip hop and country.
Yo, is that where people got that from? Like,
John Cusack said that.
there
Yo, and
used
I
to be
used to
a
like
thing.
that movie. Yo, fuck John Cusack, bro. Fuck you, bitch.
Everyone used to, like, in that era, everyone's like, I like everything but rap and country. It's like,
Rap and
Yeah,
country,
yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
That's America, bitch. You don't like America, then you dumb bitch.
Well,
well,
and
that's
I'm old
fair.
enough. I'm
No,
old
no,
enough.
fuck that. I hate America, but I love America. God damn it, I'm American.
That's it. That's the way to do it.
I love all with all the bad and all the good.
Right. It's like America's like a fun uncle that you're kind of ashamed of. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of I'm old enough as to where when I was growing up, if you were white and admitted that you liked rap, your family pulled you aside for a conversation. They were like, "Oh, are you trying to be black, son?" Like it was like that kind of situation. Yeah, it was weird times. But I it makes it better for me now because I feel like I won. To be honest,
Well, yeah, of course. You won the culture war.
all those dudes in like the tight high water jeans and the dirty Red Sox hats are like they're all dressing like I used to dress now. So
Yeah, I used to sell them fake Coke and Molly.
You're doing your part.
They got straight no-dos and lidocaine, baby.
yeah, there you go. Kay, have you disappeared? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Like, dude, where's this guy go? This is Kay's been rolling this whole episode. This is the best. Hey, do you have any recommendations?
oh man, I'm gonna try to follow that.
Y'all should only listen to the goddamn Fish to Save Portland, man.
Yeah.
That's the recommendation.
Yes,
Run that shit back.
I'll,
Nah,
yes. I'm doing that. Yes.
Kay's recommendation:
Save Portland.
listen to the Fish that Save Portland and
Amen.
Oral Sex. Those two, do it. Is that fair? Stay the game.
What will tomorrow